Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I thought I would do a partial bag collection video. I know so many of you guys have been asking me to do a full bag collection video, and I'll probably do a get ready with me explaining why I actually don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. But I thought I would at least give you a portion of my bag collection. So the brands that I'm gonna be doing today are gonna be Loewe and Celine. I think the majority of people that are new to my channel find my channel because of either a Celine bag review video or a Loewe unboxing. I'm a Celine and Loewe die hard, which you will obviously see. So if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. I honestly was going back and forth if I should do like the order in which I got everything, but then I feel like I might jumble it together, so we'll just do it by brand. So I'm gonna do all of my Celine bags first and then all of my Loewe bags. So the first Celine bag that I added to my collection, and it's actually the first bag that I ever paid for with my own money. When I was in college, I had like 3 jobs. I had 2 retail jobs and then 1 job at the UCLA textbook store. So your girl was working and I was like saving up money, and at the time I even thought this was so expensive. So it is the Celine nano luggage in the tri-color. I remember I bought this at the Saks Fifth Avenue in Beverly Hills. You know how Saks Fifth Avenue has like a Louis Vuitton, they have a Goyard. Basically I bought this at a Celine boutique inside of a department store. I think the luggages really blew up in like 2009 all the way up until maybe 2012, that era. What's interesting about the luggage design is that when it was first super hyped, when all the celebrities were carrying this bag, I actually didn't like it. I was like, it looks like a robot, and I 100% agree, it totally looks like a robot. And then it really grew on me when I saw it in the tri-colors. I've seen it with like orange and like dark blue and brown. So I actually bought this before Phoebe Philo left Celine, so of course it still has the accent on the E right over there, which I love so much. And then also just a little like memorabilia, the old Celine dust bag is white and it has the accent on the E, and the new Celine dust bag, I'm sure you guys have all seen, is basically black with white font and it says Paris. It's like shiny and stuff. I actually like the old dust bag more, to be honest, because it's like canvasy. I would say that the quality on the dust bag I feel like has gotten better, but the visuals, the nostalgia. So this is the nano luggage. It does have a zipper top, so it's very secure. You could even use this like if you're traveling across Europe and you're crossbodying this, because it's zipped up. I would feel very comfortable even using this bag in crowds. And then it does come with a crossbody strap, and then the crossbody strap is on the thicker side, so it's very comfortable. So even if you just completely stuffed this, it would still be very comfortable. Rarely have I ever worn this on the crook of my arm. I mean, I technically could, but it's not very comfortable. So 9 times out of 10 I would wear this as a crossbody, but now I would even consider top handling it. But to be honest, now that I think about it, with the nano luggage, I don't think I've ever seen anyone top handle the nano luggage. I think all the pictures that I've ever seen of somebody owning a nano luggage, they've worn it crossbody. Without a doubt, my all-time favorite Celine bag. It is my pride and joy. I will never sell this. Like, I love this so much, and I like really saved up to buy this. After the nano luggage, the next Celine bag I bought, I think it's either this one or another one, but we're gonna guess it's this one, is the Celine Boston bag. So technically this is now called the large size. So Celine has 3 sizes for their Boston bag. When I got this, there was only 1 size, so this was at the time called the Boston bag. I'm gonna see and check my externals if I have the actual screenshot of the bag when it was just called the Boston bag. This is an amazing weekender bag. This is an amazing bag if you have just like so many errands to do, like if you need a change of clothes for some reason. I've traveled with this. This was my airplane bag when I went to Denver. I definitely see myself using this more for domestic flights, but international, your girl carries a lot more with her. I've seen a lot of Japanese YouTubers actually have this size bag, especially in the white color. But this bag is really popular for them to use every day, which I could totally see for people that take the commute on the train. You can like just stuff a lot of things in here. A few of you guys have commented on certain videos and asked me if I sold this bag because I don't ever talk about it anymore. It's just because I don't use this in my everyday bag rotation, just because it's way too big. I think at one point I did try to use this as an everyday bag, but now it's just like way too big. And of course it does come with a crossbody strap as well. The crossbody strap is adjustable, which is really nice. Well, I was looking for this lotion. This is from this like Australian brand. Did I bring this on my last Australia trip? I don't even remember. So I don't use her a lot, but let's say for example if I was driving to San Diego for the day, I would either use this or my Dior book tote. I feel like those are very good like day trip bags that you can just keep in your car. It's very like short distance, so Yes, the next Celine bag I got was the mini vertical cabas tote. So this is a crossbody bag. One thing that I'll just note off the bat is that the straps on this are so hard to adjust. But even let's say if I just changed my mind and I wanted to adjust it, for some reason it's crazy tight. Like I have to use the full force of the law to rip this open, and I just never even bother with that. It's interesting. My love for this bag has gone back and forth, or maybe not my love, but the usage of this bag. I've gone through periods where I don't use this, but then I see this overseas, especially when I went to Japan. I think I saw 3 to 4 people use this. When I went to Melbourne, I saw like 3 to 4 people use this, and when I see other people use it, I get so inspired. And so many people that I see use this have it stuffed, because when you see this bag, it's quite narrow, but then actually seeing people use it, especially in Japan, people no joke fill it to the absolute brim. I think it's also depending on the area. Like Melbourne is really safe, Tokyo is really safe. You don't really have to worry walking around and having this stuffed, because in general you wouldn't be exposed to pickpocketers. Whereas if I carried this to the brim, even just being at the market, and if I crossbodied this and it was completely full, I would honestly be wary that somebody could just so easily grab whatever was on top. I think one of the tragic things is that this bag used to be $1,250, and then now I think it's maybe like $1,500 or $1,450, so it has had a little bit of a price increase. But ironically, in LA I actually don't see this bag as much, but since I came back from Melbourne, I've actually been using this quite a bit. So the next Celine bag is of course my Ava. I guess I'll just show both of them so I just can knock it out of the park. So I have 2 Triumph canvas Avas. One is obviously in the white canvas and one is in the brown canvas. This one I got pre-loved from Fashionphile. I got this at an amazing price. I got this for essentially the original retail price, which was $1,250, and I paid on Fashionphile. This was on a really good deal, and it was an additional 10% off, so I got this for $1,255, and that includes tax as well, which was fantastic. This one, the retail price was $1,400. I remember it was during COVID. They actually had to ship this to my ex-boyfriend's house, so then I could save a little bit money on tax. This was one of my lockdown bags, and then this one I obviously got just a couple months ago. All I do is talk about the Ava, so I won't touch too much on it, but it's just an amazing shoulder bag. It fits a lot. If you've never tried on the Ava before, please try it on. It'll genuinely, I would say it'll change your everyday bag life. It passes my elbow test to a T. Like, watch this. So many of you guys that own the Ava told me that you love it, and it's no joke one of your everyday bags, and I wholeheartedly concur. I think I'm going out of order now. I don't really remember, but it's okay. We only have a couple bags left from Celine. So the next bag I have is the small Boston. A lot of people compare this bag to the Louis Vuitton Speedy 25. I think this is actually just a little bit smaller than the Speedy 25. I would say this is more similar to like the Speedy BB, but maybe even ever so slightly bigger. Clearly, I really like my Triumph canvas, if that wasn't already so apparent. Some of Celine's leather, especially anything with their Triumph canvas, it comes with their treated leather, which is essentially water resistant. Like if I took this in the pouring rain, there would be no water spots whatsoever. I'm not telling you to like walk into the ocean and use this bag and it'd be indestructible, but if you go through even just a subtle rainstorm, this bag will survive. I currently have a little pineapple on mine from Maison de Sabre. I don't really have much to say. This is just your typical small Boston bag size. So currently this is the smallest one. They used to have a nano Boston bag as well, but I think that was seasonal. I have to double check if it's still on the website, but it was seasonal at one point. Obviously they have their brand new medium size, and then they have the large size. So many of you guys have asked me if I was thinking of getting the medium size, and it's gonna be a no, purely because I eventually like later on, I want to add the Keepball XS or the Keepball 25. I believe I want the XS. Which one is smaller? I don't remember. Or it's all leather. I think this bag is gorgeous. And then the second to last Celine bag is my mini 16. I feel like the 16 really blew up, especially. I know the original size that came out, I think it was the medium size, was the very first Celine 16 in the black with the gold hardware, because Celine gifted it to Lady Gaga, Hailey Bieber, and obviously the bag did very well, so they eventually came out with more sizes. This is the mini size. I actually would love to get the small size. I don't see it in my foreseeable future just because I don't need it right now. I don't know in what color, but I love the small size because the small size has feet. The medium one does not have any feet, which is such a missed opportunity. Like a mini Lady Dior has feet. Why does the mini 16 not have feet? A lot of people compare this like a Celine version version of the Kelly bag because it obviously has this little flap opening. This is actually pretty stretchy, so let's just say that this is what it looks like on its own, and then watch how much it could like stretch out. It's quite spacious. A major complaint on Reddit, and I've seen other YouTube videos of people talk about the 16 bag in general, is that a lot of people actually don't like this divider. At first, I actually liked it because I was like, oh, it helps keep things organized. I like the zipper aspect, so if you want to put like a card holder to be even more secure. But now, after owning this bag, I agree with everyone. Like, I love the front pocket. I actually do use this. But if I could choose now, I wish I could get rid of this divider, because even though this is a really nice option to have the zipper, I never use the zipper anymore, and it takes up so much space. Like, I feel like this bag would have such a higher capacity if it didn't have this middle compartment. 100%. So full agree, full agree. I think the most popular size is definitely the small size. I love that the small size, you can wear it in the crook of your arm and it just looks really, really cute. And then I actually have an Hermes Twilly on top of my Celine bag. I love her. I think she's cute. I don't use her enough, but when I go to like family dinners and stuff with my extended family, I do tend to use this just because it matches with a lot and it's really easy. And then my last Celine bag that I'm sure everyone knows what it is, but it is my Celine Eloise. If you have been following along with my Eloise journey, how I was so stuck on if I should get the small Eloise or if I should get the medium Eloise, even though the medium is what drew me in to begin with, and then I ended up getting the small purely because you're able to crossbody this. So this is with the crossbody strap. At least for me, I think this looks like the Evelyn in such a good way. That was really what won me over. I just told myself like I'll probably never buy an Evelyn, so the fact that I could get kind of like a dupe of that, so to speak. But this is too small for what I wanted this for. Like day-to-day use, sure. It's essentially a bigger, longer version of my Ava bag, except it's all leather, and I love the low-key logo. The logo's only on one side, so if you don't feel like showing the logo, you can obviously just flip it. This was actually the bag that I brought with me to travel with when I went to Ireland this past January. This was the only bag that I brought, and I had a Lululemon backpack because I went to Ireland just for 4 days, and this is the bag I brought for the airplane. This was the bag that I used around town. When I was using it, I was like, this is so small for what I need it to be. This cannot be a travel bag for me personally, just because I carry a lot of excess. And then the opening of this is definitely smaller than the Ava opening is. If you can see, the zippy parts just end right here. So when you're getting in and out of, like, this is as big as I can open it. Like, do you see how small this opening is? Whereas, for example, let me show you the Ava. This is the opening. Look, do you see how much bigger? Like, it's way more flexible. I wouldn't say that I regret buying this. Obviously, my mom got this for me, my amazing, amazing mother, and I'm very grateful for that. Like, if I could go back in time, I would have gotten the medium instead. But then I think to myself, if I got the medium Eloise, would I still have gotten the Prada Amy? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't know, because it would have just served my travel bag purpose. But I feel like the medium size is perfect for either everyday or travel, whereas I feel this bag is exclusively just for everyday. And I also will say that wearing this as a shoulder bag, at least walking around in Ireland, it was quite cold, so I was wearing a lot of layers. I had a puffy vest and a hoodie, and I did actually find that the shoulder strap on this kept slipping off my shoulder. But also to note, I was wearing a lot of thick layers. So if you're planning on getting the Eloise and you live in a cold climated area, so you're constantly layering things or like coats and stuff, do take note that it does tend to slip off your shoulder. I currently have it with the crossbody strap purely because when I went to Melbourne, I went to the Hermes boutique like 3 times, so I actually saw quite a few Evelyns just like in the area, or there were these 3 women in front of me and one of them had an Evelyn TPM, so then it just inspired me. I was like, I never use this with the crossbody strap. Like, the whole reason I bought this was because it was more versatile, that I could crossbody it, but after having it, I never wore crossbody because you guys know me, I'm a shoulder girl. The logic is just really not there. The reason why I bought it was because I could use it as a crossbody, but then I never use it as a crossbody. So this is my attempt at trying to use it as a crossbody, or use it for the intended positives. So we're gonna do Loewe now. The first bag that I added to my collection, my very first Loewe bag, is the most iconic, well, a mini version, but it is the mini puzzle bag. I always talk about it. It is such a missed opportunity that they didn't put a little small zipper. Even it couldn't fit anything other than my hopes and dreams. I could put a few quarters in it. That would have been nice, but I feel like that would have just completed the whole aesthetic. So on my little Loewe, I do have a little blowfish dice charm. It is so cute. Look at him. He's adorable. My favorite look is actually when I've seen Loewe puzzle bags that are like really beat up and worn in. Like, I believe Karen Brit chick, she has an orange mini puzzle, and the way that hers looks, like the beat up version, I love the way that looks, and I honestly cannot wait for mine to eventually look like that. Like that's super lived in, like she's been loved and she's been through it. Like there's something weirdly comforting about seeing her orange puzzle. But I digress from that. I mean, I don't really have much to say. This is an amazing crossbody bag. This is definitely like stretched out, because I remember when I first got this, I was like, oh my gosh, this opening is so hard to get in and out of. I can't fit things in it. And then the more that I started to use it, the leather has actually stretched, and to get things in and out of it's actually quite easy. Even taking out my Canon G7X, which is like fairly big, it's like this big, it's like a lot heftier than a cell phone is, and I actually can get that camera in and out of my phone with even a card holder inside of this easily. Like this is definitely a mini but mighty bag. There was one point in time before I got this one that I wanted the caramel mini puzzle. I saw the online photos and I love the tone of the caramel color. Like I thought it was so delicious, and then I saw it in person and I was like, why does this look like a basketball? Immediately, that's even what I said to my essay, and then even my essay was like, yeah, a lot of people have been actually saying that they prefer the original tan to the caramel color. So I have the mini puzzle, and I actually love how thin the strap is on the mini puzzle. I think it's so cute. Would I add another mini puzzle? No, but I do want to add the featherlight puzzle. God, do I want the featherlight puzzle. It's just so beautiful. The next Loewe bag, I mean, I feel like it's the bag that most people find my channel on, and it is my Loewe Flamenco in Rosemary. So mine currently does have an organizer in it. When I'm not using this, I do have a Zumoni organizer in mine, and this is silk just to keep it shaped, because I store my flamenco like with a lot of my other bags, so I don't want it to like get smooshed and then crease. The inside is obviously a suede lining, so this bag is completely leather, which I love, but then it also makes me nervous too. What if a pen leaks or something like that? I feel like to clean suede it'd be very difficult. But in terms of wearing this bag, I think this bag looks way better on without a bag organizer personally, just because it gets way more like slouchy and lived in. Like look how cute this looks, like a cute little pouch, and it's like really soft and flexible. This is the bag that started it all. I love this bag crossbody. I love this bag as a top handle. So this bag you can wear 3 different ways. So obviously crossbody like this, or obviously wear it as a clutch like this, which you think like, oh Maggie, but that's the same thing. But then you can wear it a third way, and you're actually gonna pull. So instead of pulling the little nub right here, you're actually gonna pull the top one, this one, and then now you have a little, like, you can wear this in the crook of your arm or just like a little top handle situation actually. And then a fourth way also is that if you remove the crossbody strap, then you can actually tie a donut chain onto the flamencos and use it as a shoulder bag as well. So there is obviously D-rings on the inside of the flamenco, so you can basically detach this thin strap that comes with the bag and order a donut chain as well. I haven't got a donut chain with this yet, just because for my future donut chain I want it to be a silver donut chain, and I just don't feel like silver actually goes with this. I feel like gold definitely goes better with rosemary than silver, so obviously that means I have to buy another flamenco. Obviously when that time comes, I'm definitely gonna buy this silver donut chain. I love my flamenco, love it so much. If you guys bought the flamenco because of me, I'm so sorry, but also you're welcome. I also actually have a mini flamenco in the dark butter. I remember when the dark butter came out, I was obsessed with this color. I feel like it actually is more of a beige than it is a dark butter, but dark butter is what it is, and it still obviously has the old anagram logo. This was a gift as well, and like I said, I do have mine stuffed when I'm not using her. But again, I actually do prefer using the flamencos not stuffed, but just stuffing them to keep in storage. This is what my little one looks like. I do notice that on Reddit, the majority of people actually have mini flamencos, which is crazy because I love my medium size so much more. And then Zendaya in her Challengers movie, she had the super large one. I would love to get the super large one eventually as just like a travel bag or even a baby bag. That would be fantastic because I love the flamenco. It's no joke my favorite bag from Loewe. I think in 2025 I only used this one time, which is such a shame because she's so cute. I really should use this more. I don't know why I don't. Okay, I'm gonna make it a point to try to use this more. So this is just my like little dumpling, especially because of the color. Doesn't it look like a shumai? And then the last flamenco bag that I have was one of the most impulsive purchases ever, like ever, ever, ever. I didn't even have a day to think. I think I went and tried it on and I thought about it for 2 hours, and then I went back in and I bought it. Like, it was instantaneous. So this is before the flamenco purse became a permanent bag in their line. This was during their Lunar New Year collection. I actually used this bag way more than this one. So I don't know if you can tell from the lighting, but do you see the sheen on this one? So this one is lambskin and this one is more matte. This one is with calfskin. So this is before the flamenco purses got permanent. So this one does not come with the donut chain, but if you do buy a mini flamenco purse or just any of the flamenco purses, they will come with a donut chain. Even though I don't have the donut chain, I do have this little jade amulet good luck charm. All of the bags have a jade amulet that comes with their corresponding color, which is actually really, really special. And green is my favorite color, and I obviously love jade as well. This was actually one of my purse piece bags. Weirdly, I just wanted to add like a green mint bag. I used to want to get an aqua colored Prada bag. I don't know why I had this affinity that I wanted like a super soft mint color. There used to be like a Chanel mint green that I really wanted to, and then this like for sure scratched the itch for me. You guys need to touch the flamenco purse line because of the lambskin on this is truly, I think, the softest bag in my entire collection. I really truly believe that. Like, this bag is so insanely soft. This definitely looks like a little Schallenbau, which I love actually. I think it's so cute. But yeah, so these are all of my flamencos. I still obviously want to add the large one and then also a flamenco purse. We shall see where the flamenco journey takes us. Okay guys, 2 more bags. It truly just is so funny to me that at one point or another I really didn't care for Loewe whatsoever. Like, I recognized the anagram logo, but I couldn't be bothered with Loewe, and then now it's no joke in my top 3 favorite brands of all time. Second to last, we have the compact hammock. I used to want the original hammock just because in Japan the normal sized hammock before they came out with the compact size was probably in the top 3 most bags that I've seen in Japan, also in fashion magazines, also in Japanese YouTubers. Like, everyone has the compact hammock. I love the aesthetic of it, like how soft it looks, but it's just with the wingspan, it was just too big. When they came out with the compact size, I knew I had to get it. Like, I just knew. I have it in the grained calfskin. I love the color, don't get me wrong, I do love the color, but if I could go back in time, I actually think I would have gotten this in their original tan instead of the grained with gold hardware. Also, this is part of like the new collection, so the glazing is actually monochromatic. So if you see a regular hammock, it has black glazing. This is one of the first collections where they had a monochromatic. Like, if there was a white compact hammock, there was white glazing, purple compact hammock, purple glazing. Aesthetically, I think this bag is really cute. When you wear this crossbody, super adorable. I think the dimensions of this is so cute. It does have a little hook right here, kind of like the Louis Vuitton Neverfold, where it just like keeps the flaps together. And then obviously the thing that makes the hammock is the little zippy tabs that you can zip up and down to basically make it bigger, more roomier. So this is what it looks like with the wingspan out. I actually love the look of when the wingspan is out for the big size and the regular size. This is definitely a bag for, I feel like, Loewe lovers. I don't want to say complaint, but issue that stops people from buying this bag. They love that it's crossbody. They love how much you can fit in this. However, the fact that it's technically an open bag, I feel like is the major concern for people. I mean, I will agree that's one of the reasons why I don't really use it as much, and I'm pretty particular where I'm going if I am using this. But I will say that when you do wear this crossbody, that it actually does like cinch closed. If you wear it top handle, it cinches closed as well. The thing that like really made me fall in love with the hammock was when I saw Aoi Ihara's What's in My Bag tag had the tan hammock, and it's just it just looks so good on her. Solidify of why I love the hammock so much. I even got the inspo from her when I went to the Loewe in Omotesando, and I got a little charm. These are honestly so expensive when you really add it up, like per dice charm, but it's so cute, and you can add this to so many bags. Like, this actually used to be on my Celine mini vertical cabasso, so I've been actually bag charm hopping. I do love this. I don't regret it, but if I can go back in time, I would actually get it in the tan color, just because, you know, I'm a bag collector. Obviously, I feel like I need something in the classic Loewe tan color, which is basically like a dark rich brown with silver hardware. But all my Loewe bags all have gold hardware. And then the last Loewe bag, I bought it pre-loved on Fashion File. It is the mini slit raffia bag. For the price I paid, I think I paid, did I pay 1,000 or under 1,000? Maybe like 900 something, but it was for sure less than retail price. I love this bag. What really catapulted me to get this, unashamedly admitting, is obviously Lisa from Blackpink. When she was seen using this bag, I was like, that's it, okay, I need to get it. In my purse piece list, I wanted to get something raffia. Of course, now almost every single brand comes out with raffia, but I feel like Loewe and raffia just went hand in hand. Like Loewe and their basket bags really just like catapulted the raffia, and then obviously now it's such a seasonal thing. Like even Chanel, their cruise collection came out, or their summer collection, and there were so many raffia bags. It's definitely a thing. Louis Vuitton too, like they had their Madagascar weaved raffia bags as well. This is the mini slit size. They do have a size bigger in their men's collection, but it's just basically an open bag. I actually brought this with me when I first went to Melbourne, and I loved it. I use this so much. But 9 times out of 10, I use this as a crossbody bag. I rarely ever use this without the crossbody. It's completely unlined. It doesn't come with like a pocket or anything, but I love the strap detailing on this because it comes with anagram, and then it also says Loewe, and then obviously the little details as well. It has a little anagram logo right over here too, which is very, very cute. I was a little worried because this was raffia and it was pre-loved, but actually it's done pretty well. I even had to like smoosh this in my carry-on with a bunch of other things, and it held up very, very nice. Like nothing is out of place or anything, and it has the iconic tan little square right here. How they put this on their jeans and their jackets and all that jazz. So that is my entire Celine and Loewe bag collection. It was a lot chattier than when I started to do it, but hopefully you guys enjoyed some of the backstory and some of the thought process that went along into choosing and buying these bags, or how do I feel about them now. It was kind of like a quick fire review of all the bags. Let me know down in the comments if you are like me and you weren't really into Loewe like 7+ years ago, and then now you officially are a Loewe stan, because that is where I'm at. Also, let me know down in the comments if you guys like Loewe more or Celine more. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.